is Quek Chuan, and I was a UTAR broadcasting student, graduated in the year 2009. I'm currently a film director that serves in Reservoir Production, which is a leading commercial production house in Malaysia. If I can recall my memories in UTAR, I would consider it the best years of my life because, to be honest, I wasn't doing so well during my secondary school time because the courses are very fixed and there's a lot of core subjects that enter. But when it comes to taking a course in university, you get to actually choose what you like, and I took on broadcasting because I thought filmmaking could be my thing. And once I start actually doing the assignments, I fell in love with it immediately. And the stuff that the lecturers taught me and the many assignments that I get to do, because it was like a gateway for me to enter the industry, where I get to explore doing radio broadcasting, making short films and documentaries and all kinds of stuff. With the friends that comes from all over Malaysia, I really had a good time in UTAR. During my time in UTAR, we submitted a lot of our assignments and other works into competitions, and one of them would be Festival and Film Video Pelajar Malaysia, the 6th generation. And fortunately enough, in that competition itself, we submitted a documentary and a short film, and both of them won a number of awards. So yeah. I started out as anybody would expect. As a fresh graduate, you start off as a production assistant and gradually climb my ranks into becoming a film director. And in the working world, there's a lot of difference from the university days. I mean, in the university days, there's still a lot of leniency where you get to come to class and say, if it's 8 o'clock, even if you miss it, okay, you don't get to sign that class itself. But in the real world, deadlines are like the Bible that you have to follow. Once you miss them, you're definitely in trouble. So the discipline required is a lot more apparent in the working world than in, say, UTAR, for example. Through my career, I faced many challenges, but I think there was one point where I really felt like quitting the job. That's when I worked through the night, and in the morning, I went to a bank to withdraw money, and I saw my high school classmate, and he was wearing a suit and tie. He was walking into the aircon office. But after sitting down for some time and talked to myself, then I kind of realized that, hey, I belong in the production world. I wouldn't fit into a 9-to-5 job. So eventually I overcome that barrier, and I never looked back since then until today. I would say the current challenge of the production world is also benefiting the young people, because we have switched very much from the film era to the digital era. So it's now a lot more accessible when it comes to picking up a camera and shooting it and editing yourself compared to last time. But the downside of that, the challenge of that, is that the budget of production is getting lower and lower, and thus clients are spending less but requires more in the recent years. I think as a person who wants to be a director, we always talk about a movie, a feature film. So for the past 8 years, I've been serving in a commercial production house. So I've explored many mediums, documentaries, commercials, short films. We are now currently finishing our first ever movie. The title of it is Guang, G-U-A-N-G. It's a story about two brothers, the elder one being autistic, but he has perfect pitch. So he has this special ability and he starts collecting classes to make his quest. So that's the short-term goal. The long-term goals, we would like to explore making more, of course, and hopefully a year a film. My advice to fresh graduate is that, of course, the working world is a lot different from the studying world. It will take some time to adapt, but once you adapt into it, it will be the 20-30 years to come. Because, in UTAR, it's just 3 years, it's just a short span. And the working world is nothing like the studying world. So once you step into the working world, of course it will take some time to adapt. But keep an open heart. Keep an open heart towards the role that you're getting, towards the task that you'll be given, and try your best to outdo yourself. If you always outdo yourself, if you keep progressing, you will reach there eventually one day. As a fresh graduate entering the production world, of course you wouldn't be expecting the best of taste, and you'll be getting a pay slightly lesser than an office worker, but as you climb the ranks, of course, the pay will increase exponentially, and of course, it can lead to a good life. I think the important thing important mindset that we all have to have as a fresh graduate is that you are always serving someone. Even as a film director, I have my agency, I have my clients, their wishes to fulfill. So you must always remember that we are doing this as a collective group, not for yourself when you're doing your project. But sometimes, yes, the pressure can get big and you can get stressed out. And what I do, I just go do triathlon. I take a run sometimes, do cycling sometimes, get a swim so that I can get out of the stress level and I feel good about it, and then I can return to the task. I feel. To be honest, I really have a good time in UTAR, and I really hope that the students in UTAR can find their future here. That means realize what they really want to do in this 3-year span, that you get to keep your mind free, and it's not as restrictive as a secondary school. And what I really hope for the establishment is, of course, to provide better education, have better equipment, and of course set people up for the industry better. So I really like to thank the Department of Alumni Relations and Placement for inviting me here to share a little bit about my experiences and what I hope for the students. And I definitely am willing to take part in future events that you guys will hold.